What is going on YouTube? Hey, I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. So guys, just to give you an update, I will be back in the normal studio setup on Sunday. So I get home Saturday, and then Sunday you'll be seeing the normal videos in my Florida office. But as of right now, you're going to have to deal with this for a couple more days. We have today, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. So 3 more days where we'll see video content coming out like this, but it's pretty similar to what I normally do. So I wouldn't be too worried, and nothing really changes here. Now that I've had my morning coffee, we can actually get into the technical analysis a lot better than I feel like we did yesterday. Although yesterday's video was quite interesting, and I want to show you guys this here on the screen. As you know, we will be looking at the major cryptocurrencies, including the S&P 500, but some crazy stuff happened as of yesterday that really blew my mind, and I was really waiting for today to make this video here because there's some interesting things we have to go over. So yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, about 2,000 of you did, you remember specifically, we talked about this weird movement here where in this descending fractal, prices on Ethereum and Bitcoin, we're starting to head outside of the descending fractal a little bit earlier than we had originally anticipated here. You can see we're starting to rally upwards here, and it was quite confusing. And in the video, you can clearly see I said emergency breakout ? And then I said I didn't see that coming. I was not expecting a run to actually happen within the cryptocurrency markets here. And you can see I said, could we really be breaking out? Tonight we'll reveal, and we discussed specifically when we would be buying in and putting in a trade. If we close the daily charts above those major resistances, then we would be buying in long. And I just want to show you a quick, little look through of these markets before we dive in of what exactly happens. You can see here, XRP has done nothing but consolidate because we seem to be acting indifferent from the other cryptocurrencies, trending the normal way that we usually do. It's just very odd here, completely independent from everything else, uncorrelated. Then you look at Ethereum here. Ethereum did exactly what we needed it to do as of last night to buy in long, and we did. You know, we're now in this trade. Shockingly and surprisingly, I had no idea that this was going to happen, and I was very floored that it did, but I do know why it happened, and it's about the stock market, which we'll look at in a second. Bitcoin broke out and closed above a massive resistance I was not expecting either. We broke through our massive resistance here at 16.4, currently trading at 17.1. Now we're in the game. We're in the market right now. I am very shocked. So we have trades on Ethereum and Bitcoin here. The S&P 500 is what really was the breaking point for my head, which was just beyond shocking to me. I was not suspecting this at all, but we are going to look at this all in depth in today's video. I also really quickly wanted to let you guys know today's video is sponsored by COINLEDGER, which is a new sponsor here on the channel, but they have an incredible platform that I really want to go into a little bit later into today's video, but definitely stay tuned because tax season is coming up and you guys need to be prepared for tax season because that's the one thing you don't want to play around with here. So more information about COINLEDGER will be later on in today's video. That being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, I really don't know where to begin. I guess I'll start with the S&P 500 and then we'll look at these other cryptos. The S&P 500, as you guys remember yesterday, was hitting a very strong resistance, and I was saying I was about 70% bearish. I still kind of am. I still have this eerie feeling that we are still bearish here, but I don't know how we're going to be playing out in a little bit. And I'd love to hear your opinion on this because I don't think anybody in their right mind was expecting the surge and the movement that we saw, this green candle, which we haven't really seen since maybe in October, mid-October. But seeing it again is it's just shocking here. We shot up, I believe it was, 3.1% yesterday, which is incredible for the market. Although I do have a couple $1,000s I've been holding in my investment account ready to buy into these into the market here, but I've been waiting and holding off for the markets to come back down, and then here we are. So I do have everything still in the market, but I had a little bit I wanted to put back in, and I was kind of timing it in the hopes that we were to scale lower here, which could still happen. We aren't necessarily in the clear just yet, but we are much closer than we were the past couple of days here. So I was shocked because I said before we had a ton of bearish signals, really showing the possibilities of a correction here. But now there's a chance that we could be doing the opposite. So as you guys can see here, starting off, the S&P 500 is hitting overbought on the moving average, the 4-hour moving average. You can see the last time we were overbought caused a correction ever so slightly. We continue to do that, and we are still in what could be an ascending fractal here that we're not necessarily out of just yet. You can see if I draw this up, you can see we're still inside this ascending fractal, but we are slowly breaking outside of these resistances, the downtrend, these price ceilings here. We did beautifully bounce off this top resistance. I thought we would be breaking down, and we bounced off of it and shot up. But here we are at the top. There's a good chance we'll come back down from that as well. But that is very shocking to me. But you can clearly see why this happened. We have a clear stair-stepping pattern here. Here we are again hitting bottom, and here we are shooting up. So ideally, what we're looking for is a break to the downside here. And maybe we haven't hit that just yet. Maybe we're still trading outwards or trading upwards inside the ascending fractal here, but we haven't hit the top yet. Maybe we're getting very close to that. So that's why I'm a little worried. This is, the weekly. I wanted to show you the daily here. You can see what we're dealing with right now. We're still trending inside of this. Let me pull this a little bit lower. That's what I wanted to have happen. You can see we're still in the ascending fractal here. Doesn't necessarily mean we broke bullish yet, but we are much closer than we were a couple of days ago. And when you extend the view outwards, you can see why things are looking a little bit, crazy to me, because we've now traded outside the major descending fractal. We have a massive downtrend on here where we're currently retesting right now. Now, we have seen in the past year, and this is why things are starting to get worried, we have seen wicks above it in the past year. We have seen weekly wicks above here, and it's Thursday, so we have until Sunday to see how we trend outwards. If we can close the weekly chart on the S&P 500 above here, we close the S&P at 4130. I'll have to put my money back into the markets here. I know we're trending outside a major resistance, but we're only at about 51 on the RSI. It gives us much more room to head up higher, although we would be overextended, but who knows? We are in a different market. It's very possible we can continue to move up. Clearly, the bottoms was much closer to here, but who knows if we're going to come back to that. Because truly, I believe we could reject off this and head right back down or kind of trend in this. It just looks to me like that's what makes the most sense inside of here if we're going to continue to reduce money from the market. But I mean, who knows? It's new time. History doesn't always repeat itself, and we could very easily start trending, and making a new channel moving forward for, to create a new history. So I don't know. It's a little worrisome, but when we use previous technical indicators, this is all screaming correction here. Even then, we haven't confirmed it yet, but we're a lot closer to confirming it than we were in the past here. So looking at, the daily charts, you can see we're continuing to head up, but we're getting very close now to being overbought, trading at 64 on the RSI here. Lots of reasons why still here we would pull down. We're still inside, a beautiful ascending fractal here that usually has a bearish bias. Even though we broke bullish here, we're now retesting a major resistance up top here. We still have a price ceiling we have to break through. Although we are starting to see a golden cross, which is good news, we are still getting very high and retesting resistance. You can see where in the past here we've had a bit of resistance before. I want to give a huge shout out to COINLEDGER for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research. With that being said, COINLEDGER is not your typical run-of-the-mill meme coin. It's actually a cryptocurrency and NFT tax software that's built to save you time and maximize your refund. With tax season right around the corner, you might want to listen up. Now, believe it or not, my accountant who does my cryptocurrency taxes recommended me to use a software like COINLEDGER to help track my portfolio. Let me be the first to tell you, manually balancing all your trades is tremendously difficult and takes hours of your time. Trust me, I've tried, been there, done that. With COINLEDGER, that process takes only minutes using their software, and your accountant will appreciate you doing this. Some of you might not know, but COINLEDGER helps you take advantage of your crypto tax loss harvesting, which lets you claim losses on assets in order to use those losses to offset your capital gains, thereby lowering your tax burden at the end of the year. Also, guys, make sure to ask your accountant, but I'm pretty sure there isn't even a wash sale rule yet on cryptocurrency, which is quite beneficial. The best part is COINLEDGER is completely free to use. You can import all your crypto transaction history, view your net capital gains and losses, and even track your portfolio. Payment is only required when you want to download and view your full tax report, and payment is broken down into 4 different tiers depending on the type of trader you are, and all reports are a one-time purchase per tax season. They're even giving away a $300 tax report each week of the tax season, which you can enter down in the description of today's video. Now, in the eyes of the IRS, cryptocurrency is considered to be property, and capital gains and losses need to be reported on a Schedule D and Form 8949 if necessary every year. And if you're trading on a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance, then you have no choice but to report it. If you don't know, Coinbase reports all your cryptocurrency transactions to the IRS before the start of tax filing season. And as a Coinbase customer, you'll most likely receive a 1099 form if you pay US taxes and earn crypto gains over $600. And it's up to you to prove if those gains were actually losses or if they were actually gains. Now, this is where COINLEDGER comes in. They will calculate your crypto taxes in 20 minutes and provide you with the correct instant crypto tax forms. They support all exchanges, NFTs, DeFi, and 10,000 cryptocurrencies. And all it takes is 3 easy steps. First, you connect your exchange to their website and import all your transactions. You will then preview your report, make sure everything is correct, and lastly, generate your report. It's literally that easy. CoinLedger integrates directly with your favorite platforms to make it easy to import your historical transactions. Whether you're trading, earning interest, or even buying NFTs, you'll be able to import your transactions and calculate your taxes with ease. They're even partnered with the largest tax preparation platform to make it easier than ever to report your crypto gains and losses. Your reports can be directly imported into TurboTax Online, TurboTax Desktop, Tax Act, and many other tax platforms. And even if you aren't from the US, you can still generate your crypto gains, losses, and income reports in your native currency. Then you can use those reports to complete the tax forms for your country. With that being said, CoinLedger is the go-to place when it comes to anything related to crypto taxes. And if you want to check out their website and use their software for free, then make sure to click the link down in the description of today's video. With that being said, shout out to CoinLedger for sponsoring today's episode, and let's get back into today's video. So who knows what's to come in the future here, but it's just a very peculiar market that we had a massive surge in price here, and we might stop out at the top. I haven't put my money into the stock market just yet. I still am waiting patiently to see where exactly we move to. I don't think I'm missing out, but we'll see, because I'm really riding on the fact that we are going to correct lower, and I think it's going to pull these cryptos with it. But just so that we don't miss out here, we do have trades entered on Bitcoin and Ethereum, hoping to see us continue to move up. We're starting to scale a little bit lower today on Ethereum and Bitcoin here, but we did what we were shocked we were going to do. I was not expecting this. Typically, these corrections, these bearish biases, or sorry, these descending fractals have bearish biases, although we did break up a little bit earlier than expected here. But the fact we confirmed closing above the downtrend here is a reason to take the risk and to go in on here. It's not too late. 17,000 is where we currently are at here. You just put a stop loss at 16.3. You know, it is a small dip to the downside, but the likelihood is if we reverse back into this, we will fall much lower. But this is minimizing our loss here. Same thing on Ethereum here. The fact that we've now broken outside of this, there's a very big chance now that we could continue to scale up to moving average at 14.2 or even higher to 15.8 here. It's very possible we can continue this movement to the upside, and that's why we just have to, be risky, play it, conservatively. We broke through it, so there's a good chance we're going to continue to scale higher. XRP is the only one we've been kind of waiting out on, sitting out on, because it hasn't been doing anything. It's literally been trending inside the same thing here, getting suppressed by this major resistance and the uptrend here. Until we fill in the gap and get confirmation, either we break above here, and ideally break above 45, and then we can go long. We break below the support, then we can expect to see a drop down to 30 cents. But until then, we haven't really been trading that, as I've said yesterday. But it's Ethereum and Bitcoin that are surprising me that we broke above a major resistance here on Ethereum, a shocking one. I mean, we broke above the triple bottom. We broke above the neckline on the triple bottom on Ethereum. That's huge news. So the fact that we close that, there's a good chance this is going to start acting as a support, especially trading at 50 on the RSI. There's a big chance we could continue to scale up higher. There's a very big chance we can continue to scale up higher. So at this point, it is what it is, and it's maybe not worth sitting out on this one. So I'm in on Ethereum, I'm in on Bitcoin, and honestly, it's tough. Like, I want to go in on here too, because at the end of the day, where this market currently is on, Ethereum, and I'm just going to make my point here and then I'll wrap up today's video. But looking at where we currently are trading here, is it worth waiting out on this? Because in a couple years, like, let's say we trend out, it's the end of 2022, the end of 2023, we could be right here, much higher than where we currently are. So you can see from now till then, we could go up a percentage of 7%. We could go up 8%. We could go up much higher. So I don't know. It is still very risky, and I am still worried as to when, but it's better be in it than to not be in it at all. So there's that part that's kind of leaning on me, but the 4-hour says we're overbought. So that screams we're coming back down. The daily, everything is lining up that the stock market is going to come lower here. So it's very confusing, but I still think I'm just going to wait this out. I just have this gut feeling to wait a little bit longer, that even then, this is going to cause correction here. Even with us trending here, it's going to cause us to head lower. I don't know. You can see also, the uptrend here, and you can see we've now formed another one, and this is actually pretty revealing too. Let's just draw this one here. You can see as well we have an uptrend. So check this out now. So when you add this here, we're also in another uptrend. And look what happened in the past, the last time we were in an uptrend like this. So going back in the past here, this is Thursday, June 16th here. We had an uptrend forming on the RSI. Beautiful little run to the upside here. Once we hit the top, we fell lower. So you can see, beautiful little uptrend here. Once we hit the top, I think this was it. So it was a run like this. If we felt like we're missing out, FOMO, which is what I kind of feel now, we'd be screwed because this is what would come next. So here we are doing it again. A beautiful uptrend as well. Beautiful uptrend as well. But we're nearing overbought. If it's not here, it's in a little bit. And the next thing is typically a drop. So I want to just play this by the book a little bit, wait a little bit longer, and then if I'm wrong, and we'll put the money back in, or put the money in. But until then, I'm going to stick this one out. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Huge shout out to COINLEDGER for sponsoring today's episode, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.